Welcome, Pisces, to your end of the month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. I'm going to use the Akashic Tarot card this time, so let's see what's going on with you, my friends. Okay, best messages coming out. Best messages. We have a karmic trench in reverse. So whatever karmic dealings you were dealing with are now over, right? You've paid the price. Your debt is paid, right? Either that or you have stopped digging that karmic trench, right? So, if you figure, oh my gosh, it's like a cycle. I do one thing and then it ends up the same way over and over again, right? Now it's saying you're done. It's all over now. Okay, so either way, right? Because that's really what it's talking about. It's all over there, my friends. So it says, fallen out of your karmic trench, and now you have all the resources you need to plant the new seeds that bring a new harvest and a new life. In some cases, there might have been some significant or sudden changes in your life, perhaps the breakup of a relationship, a career troubles, or financial difficulties. As difficult as these situations may seem, they can help knock you out of the karmic pattern you've dug for yourself. Happily, if you take care of yourself and take yourself out of the pattern on your own, further difficulties don't have to happen at all. So a lot of these karmic are trenches we've made of our own self, right? So, if you felt like you were in some kind of like bad luck, it could have been a karmic debt that you were paying, right? Sometimes we see it that way. So it depends on what was going on with you. If you know that you were digging your own trench by staying someplace or trying the same thing over and over again and looking for a different result, you have now said, you know what, I can't do that anymore. I'm done with that. Whether you consciously are aware of it, right? Some of us are not even consciously aware that we even do these things. But now it's saying you're all done. Okay, so up in the air. Ooh, and this is because it's up in the air. But now it's saying, okay, things are still kind of up in the air though. And that's okay, right? Because you're getting out of this certain pattern that's been going on within your life. So now it's saying important situations that seem to be hidden to you, you may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight. But there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. There is too much about the situation that is still up in the air. So it's saying, even though you have this karmic that's going this way, it's almost like, okay, now that I've gotten out of this situation, where am I going? How is this going? And it's saying, well, there's going to be some things that are up in the air, right? So, that's funny. Things that are hidden. Talking about things that are hidden, right? The Uriel and the Sphinx. It's like, oh, okay. Digging for the truth. But this one's saying you're not just 100% digging for the truth. It's saying it's in reverse. So in reverse, it's saying, okay, but that's okay, right? Well, sometimes this is the way things have to happen, right? So this one's saying, the sands of the desert has covered you up once again. Not only have you put aside the deep inner work and brings the light to your self-discovery, but also you allowed even the mundane little things to settle upon you and keep you from your spiritual power. With this card reversed, you may have a strong tendency to slip into old emotional, mental, and behavioral patterns. But be conscious and careful. This sand is quick. You must reconnect and make a greater effort. Oh, so it's saying because you just got out of this karmic debt, it's saying be careful that you don't return, right? Be careful because you don't know exactly where I'm going. So then it gets a little like weary, like, oh, where am I supposed to go? Should I return back to where I was? So it's saying, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't worry about what's coming 100. Just know that you're on the right path because we can slip into old karmic trenches so easily. Because why? because you're getting rid of that comfort zone for a lot of you. A lot of it has to do with comfort zone. You've slipped yourself out of a comfort zone, and now it's saying it's too easy to slip back in. So don't do that just because you can't figure out what's coming, right? Next card says you're on track. You're on track. Keep going where you need to go, right? That is saying you know where you're going. Get on board. Keep yourself on board. You don't need that. You're being divinely guided over here with the Archangel Gabriel. There's a lot of signs and synchronicities that are coming toward you. Archangel Gabriel is the card of signs and synchronicities. You're probably seeing these signs and synchronicities. Maybe you're seeing a lot of 3s. You're seeing a lot of 4s, a lot of 8s, right? I have 3 right here, right? So you might see a lot of 3s. 3s are your guiding you, telling you this is where you need to be. This is where your joy, your happiness, your comfort is going to come from. This is going to set the path, set the way for what is to come, right? So that's awesome. Don't worry about knowing everything. We are not supposed to know everything. We're supposed to know everything, right? Then we would have just already knew it. Some things are meant to be hidden for reasons. Why? Learning reasons, karmic reasons, this reason, that reason. See if you can do it reasons. Do you have the self-confidence, the strength? Remember, your soul's on a journey and it's having a good time. Even when you're not having a good time, it's having a good time. Learning, accomplishing things. It's your conscious mind, it's who you are that's saying, I'm not having a good time. And your soul's like, man, I'm having a journey over here. I'm actually learning a lot. And you're learning a lot even though you don't realize because your emotions are all, all crazy. Yeah. It's kind of crazy because we hear these in these like near-death experiences too, right? I came back and my soul was like, I want to be there. As soon as I left my body, it was like, I want to go home, right? A lot of people like that. And then some just, if you get too close to the light, they just want to go home, right? It's like, just take me home. But yeah, what a journey it was, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah, there could have been some heartache and some grief going on within the situation that had you very upset, very confused. And this could also be why things are up in the air because I don't want to go through this anymore. How am I going to find my victory? What's going to make me completely happy? Is this going to make me happy? It's almost like you're asking all these questions, right? Is this going to make me really happy? Is this going to come true the way I want it? Am I going to have my victory? Is this just going to sit over here and give me heartache, sorrow, stress? Can I get out of all that? But it's saying yes, and you're going to have the recognition to the victory. You're going to see the achievements. You're going to have that self-confidence. And once you really build that self-confidence, you will really truly see the rewards coming towards you. They're already in front of your face in a lot of ways. Why? Because you already got out of the karmic trench. It's just actually really having the perception to actually see them. And if you're asking all these questions all the time, it's going to be harder to grab that happiness, to grab that victory when we want so much more. As humans, we always want more. So a lot of times it's hard to see what we already have achieved, right? So Spirit is saying you've already achieved so much more than you actually realize. It hasn't really, a lot of people won't see that until months on end. When 6 months from now comes in, you'll be like, you know what? And I kicked that in its butt. Yeah, it was hard, but I had that victory, right? So yeah, it's when you get emotionally balanced, you understand and having that compassion towards yourself and actually seeing how you can support yourself, right? And doing that with the Uriel and the Sphinx says, continue on the path of going towards what emotionally makes you happy so you don't slip back into the karmic trench because not seeing exactly where you're coming from, 100, right? Well, a lot, makes you slip backwards because then you're like, maybe I didn't do something right? But it's saying, no, you're on your way to the full, the new beginnings. So it's saying you have this, you're on track to have new possibilities. Trust within yourself that you are on your way. I just had that song like Fly Like an Eagle. An eagle to the sea, fly like an eagle, make my spirit carry me. Yeah, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're having that opportunity. There's spontaneous things that are going around, no matter whether they're, but it feels more like it's energy, spontaneous, almost like combustion. but I feel like it's like energy, it's emotions. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be there. You need to gather all that together and allow that sun. See, the sun is to your back. The sun is showing you the way. It's guiding you. As you see, the Archangel Gabriel is guiding, showing you the signs and synchronicities, showing you the way, guiding you towards that happiness and that fulfillment, making sure that you don't get back to those karmic trenches, making sure that you don't fall. Guiding, there it is, guiding. I'm guiding you. Having the divine guiding you, whether it's your ancestors, the universe, guides, whatever, right? It's saying, I'm guiding you. There's going to be freedom. I'm freeing you. Listen to my messages. This is messages. The Archangel Gabriel is sending messages, messages of synchronicities, that butterfly, that hummingbird, that flower, that dream. Maybe you're having a reoccurring dream over and over again. Maybe you keep seeing that hummingbird that keeps coming, and you're saying, I don't know why it keeps coming to me. I don't have a hummingbird feeder. I'm not feeding it. There should be no reason. It's here. It's telling you you are blessed. You are on your way. Same signs, synchronicities, numbers. Reflection, having that reflection for that desire, that news, that information. Archangel Michael, the guides are bringing in this news, going to bring in this Page of Pentacles somehow or another. And like I said, that could be just also the signs and synchronicities in its way of this pentacle showing that stability towards you, having that ambition. Get ambitious. Feel that freedom. Feel that you know that something as good is happening. Don't worry about how it's coming. Remember what I always tell you guys when we're manifesting, let it go. Do not have the expectations of it even 100% making it or coming the way you visualize it. Just know and trust within the universe that it's on its way, that you've made marking points. You've dug yourself out of the sand. Right? Have that inspiration and understanding. Go into a meditative, point of your life. Have that guidance. Listen. Sit down and just have that introspective with yourself and say, you know what, it's kind of interesting because I did come out of this rut. I have been sad, but yet this other feeling of this emotion of wanting to be happy keeps trying to take over that sadness. Allow it to. Let that sadness go so that you can heal, so that you can bring in this new blind faith, this new energy. And allowing that brings in this strength, this eternal strength. She has the affinity sign over her saying, I have internal strength. Inner strength is eternal strength, which I have within myself. If I focus on that, then I have this power that keeps building within myself, and I give myself the courage and the compassion, right? A lot of you may have just got out of a bad relationship, and you're saying, you know what, it's okay. It's okay. I will free myself from this relationship, from this. But I'm going to keep the blind faith. There's some kind of commitment that you may have had to let go of or that fell apart. Okay? Keeping you on the edge. Right? But you have the inner resources. Spirit says you are the key to unlock the happiness within yourself. You just have to look at things from a different perspective so that you can bring back the sun. The sun is the ultimate blessing. It's the ultimate yes card in the deck. It's the ultimate soul connection. It's in your soul, connecting to your soul to bring in the ultimate teamwork of the powerful three within yourself, mind, body, and soul. Bringing those things back together, you'll be surprised. Then you'll be manifesting into new things that you really want, things that you're trying to understand will then start absolutely coming to you. You just have to stop asking all the questions, and just start getting into the emotion. Not worrying so much of 100 about how it's coming, how I'm going to attain this, what it's doing. No. All of a sudden, things just start throwing themselves at you like magic. And that's because you are aligned with the universe. You're more self-confident. You're using that super conscious when you are, finding that ultimate happiness, especially when you're in manifestation mode. Right? Becoming the ultimate knowing that, I am divinely guided between my soul and everything around me. You will be, and there's that subconscious, getting into that subconscious. Okay, so let's grab a card over here. Yeah, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So Yeah, having the ultimate wheel of fortune, because this is where you're guided to go. This is where it's inevitable. This is where it's supposed to be, going for yourself. Another card for them, please. Yep, change your focus. Change your focus onto things that actually change the results of energy. Having that beautiful five coming in, right? That's saying you change your focus and everything starts changing around you. You will no longer be feeling like you're stuck or not understanding things. Okay? Very beautiful. Beautiful reading for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye bye.